The First News investigation uncovers dramatic new evidence tonight showing what transpired when a Columbus police officer shot 3 teens after a high-speed chase. We want to warn you tonight that the video you are about to see does contain some very graphic content. It happened in Phoenix City, Alabama. Columbus police officer Alan Brown pursued a reported stolen vehicle across state lines. Investigative reporter Robbie Watson has been all over this story from the very beginning tonight. She has this exclusive and shocking dash cam video from Brown's patrol car.
The graphic video is part of a detailed report issued by the State Bureau of Investigation here in Alabama. Former officer Alan Brown had said he felt threatened by the teen driver after a chase that exceeded 100 miles an hour at one point. Dash cam video of that November night shows Alan Brown trailing 2 other police cars in pursuit of Christian Redwine in Columbus after reports of a stolen vehicle. Brown tells the other officers to let him take the lead. Once the chase crosses the 13th Street Bridge and into Phoenix City, the speed accelerates close to 100 miles an hour.
Dispatch speeds are 98 miles per hour.
Nearly 2 minutes later, in the dead of night, the driver appears headed for the highway. Officer Brown again narrates to dispatch the speed.
Combined speed 107 miles per hour.
Redwine, with 2 other teens in tow, takes the River Chase Drive exit, headed back to Phoenix City, when he loses control of the vehicle. Again, the officer narrates the scene.
Dispatch, he's wrecked out. He's spinning. Start a rescue.
With the wheels spinning in reverse, the officer, now on foot, fires his weapon 11 times. Passenger Hannah Winchell pleading for the officer to stop. Brown instead pauses to reload, firing 10 more shots. By then, all 3 teenagers had already been hit. According to the Department of Forensic Sciences, it was the first of those 21 bullets that struck Redwine in the head and heart that proved fatal. In Russell County, Robbie Watson, WLTZ, First News.
Now, Brown was cleared of criminal charges by a Russell County grand jury, but resigned from the Columbus Police Department shortly after, as CPD's own internal investigation was being completed.
He was known as a sweet little boy coming up. He liked to look good, you know, and he liked for us to buy him clothes and all that. And he used to love steaks. And I told somebody one time, I said, Christian is probably eating more steaks than me and you put together. You know, I mean, he just, and I look back at it, it's like I feel like I've had him forever.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, really, to be honest with you, I can't believe he's dead.
We went to Cottonmouth games. You know, we just went to just about every Cottonmouth game. We went to Auburn games. He played basketball when they had the basketball, youth basketball. He just, we just had so many memories. I was talking to the general manager last night. He said, Freddie, he said, you remember we used to ride on the golf cart before the games on Saturday morning. Christian would throw out food for the deer around the soccer field. You know, we got a fish mounted, a catfish that he caught out in Bleecker, Alabama. I had it mounted for him for Christmas.
When I read these articles, it's like, that's not a Christian. He's being portrayed as just a martyr. I mean, I can't even think of the word.
You know,
so why do they have to print all this negative stuff? I understand there's freedom of press and all that kind of stuff, but it's like everything is so negative.
Grand jury clears officer in Columbus teens fatal shooting. By Tim Chitwood. T. Chitwood at ledger-inquirer.com. A Russell County grand jury reviewing evidence in the November 6 fatal shooting of Christian Redwine has found that the police officer involved committed no wrongdoing. Officer Alan Brown shot the 17-year-old multiple times after Redwine led Columbus police on a late-night chase into Phoenix City, where the teen ran off the road with 2 passengers in a stolen Pontiac G6. Police said Redwine tried to use the car to run the officer over, prompting the fatal shots. Brown currently is on desk duty at the police department until it completes its own internal investigation, which can't be closed until the evidence amassed by Alabama authorities is added to the file, said Columbus Police Chief Ricky Boren. Russell County District Attorney Ken Davis said Brown waived his rights and volunteered to testify before the 18-member grand jury, which spent 2 days reviewing the evidence. Prosecutors did not recommend charges, but asked the grand jurors to determine whether the shooting was justified, Davis said. Among other witnesses testifying were 2 more Columbus officers experienced in the department's training and procedures, and an Alabama Bureau of Investigation agent who probed the shooting, Davis said. Redwine's shooting was among 300 cases the grand jury reviewed before voting on indictments Friday, Davis said. The 2 teens wounded during Redwine's shooting were Hunter Tillis and Hannah Woonskill, both 19 at the time. They faced charges after police searching the Pontiac found property taken in car break-ins at Columbus Midtown Medical Center on Center Street and the Country Inn and Suites on Fountain Court. Columbus police said Redwine aroused suspicion when officers saw the Pontiac cruising around closed businesses around 4:30 a.m. near Columbus State University's main campus on University Avenue. Checking the tag, they learned the car had been reported stolen by Fred Levins, a friend of Redwine's grandmother who considered himself to be like a grandfather to the teen. Around 3:30 a.m. on November 6, Levins noticed it was missing along with his car keys. When police tried to stop the car, Redwine sped away, initiating a chase that continued into downtown Columbus and crossed the 13th Street Bridge into Alabama, where Phoenix City Police joined the pursuit. Redwine sped west to Opelika Road, turned onto US 280 and then east onto the North Bypass, and headed back toward Columbus before taking the last Phoenix City exit onto Riverchase Drive, where he wrecked before Brown arrived. Brown believed Redwine was trying to run him over when the teen shifted the car into reverse there, police said. An attorney representing Woonskill said Redwine was trying only to back out of a hole. The attorney said Redwine was shot 7 times, Woonskill 2 or 3 times, and Tillis at least twice. Tillis and Woonskill were taken to Midtown Medical Center to be treated for their wounds. They were arrested for theft upon their release from the hospital. Tim Chitwood, 706-571-8508, at Tim Chitwoodle. Related stories from the Columbus Ledger-Inquirer. We knew that they were in a wreck, but we did not know that Christian was dead.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. that would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, you know, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, you know, at least I can do it. You know, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea, too, that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.